Good evening. You're watching the news on Croatian television. The government's appointed crisis manager for Agrokor met today with the heads of all the companies in the group to discuss how they will prepare balance sheets and financial statements, which are due at the end of April. They also discussed whether more than 19 billion euros in guarantees that had been issued by Zvijezda, Jamnica, Belje and Ledo should be recognized by the companies.
The meeting was important because we wanted to give management from all of our units an overview of the settlement and certain parts that are related to the future of the group. It was a good meeting.
Russia has summoned the ambassadors of all the Western countries that expelled Russian diplomats over the poisoning of former double agent Sergei Skripal and his daughter in the UK. Russia is retaliating by expelling 59 diplomats from 23 countries. Croatia's ambassador in Moscow, Tonči Stančić, was told that no Croatian diplomat serving in Russia would be expelled, but the foreign minister's chief of staff, Rina Eterović-Goreta, would be declared persona non grata. This means she will not be allowed to travel to Russia on official business. Officials in Slavonski Brod are demanding an investigation into an oil leak that occurred Wednesday on the town's west side. A 30-year-old pipeline cracked during testing, spilling 150 liters of oil. The company Crodux had been testing the pipeline, which it intends to use to deliver natural gas to the Russian oil refinery just across the border in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Crodux initiated an immediate cleanup operation, but local officials say the magnitude of the incident and its consequences are being downplayed.
We have informed all of the government ministers relevant in this matter, environment, health and economy, because they signed this agreement. We've asked the Prime Minister for a meeting and a telephone call. We've contacted inspectors who did not do their initial inspections properly. This situation needs to be monitored daily.
Meanwhile, some 400 people protested in Slavonski Brod today, calling for an end to the pollution coming from the Russian refinery. A deal had been reached with the Russians to switch to natural gas, which would create less pollution. However, local residents are fed up. They say they've been inhaling polluted air for 7 years and want the government to take decisive action.
This protest is for our future, the future of our children, for our health. We have to speak up on behalf of our children and on behalf of those who have developed serious illnesses. The incidence of cancer is on the rise in our community. It is time for someone to do something.
Prime Minister Andrej Plenković has announced that his government would hold a cabinet session in Hvar in October. The session would focus on the development of Croatia's islands, which is part of a wider policy to create more balanced development in all of Croatia's regions.
Over the next few months, we will try to make sure that the renovation of this beautiful theater is completed, so that this historical building in Hvar's main square can take on a new life, especially given that we'll be marking the 150th anniversary of tourism on the island of Hvar. We will hold a special cabinet session here in October that will be dedicated to our policy on Croatia's islands.
The latest data from the Croatian National Bank shows that tourism is trending upward. The latest numbers cover tourism receipts for 2017. They show that revenue from foreign guests amounted to 9,492 million euros, which is an increase of 10% from 2016. Domestic tourists spent around 1.5 billion euros last year. In total, tourism revenue in 2017 stood at 11 billion euros. Today is Good Friday, the Christian holiday commemorating the crucifixion of Jesus Christ and his death on the cross. Traditionally in the Christian faith, Good Friday is a day of fasting and penance and a time of reflection on the death of Jesus Christ. Ahead of the most important Christian holiday, President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović has issued an Easter greeting.
May the spirit of Easter encourage us to strengthen our faith, spread unity, and have mercy for the benefit of all people who live in our country, so that we can build a society based on solidarity and mutual understanding.
Prime Minister Andrej Plenković has also issued an Easter greeting on behalf of himself and his government. He wished that those who observe the holiday may spend it with their loved ones in the spirit of peace and joy.
The message of the most important Christian holiday calls for tolerance and mutual understanding. With renewed faith and strength, we will work to create unity and solidarity and make decisions that will benefit all Croatians.
Good Friday this year coincides with the beginning tonight of the Jewish holiday Passover. Parliament Speaker Gordan Jandroković sent a Passover greeting to members of the Jewish community in Croatia. In sports, Borna Ćorić failed to advance to the semifinals of the ATP Masters 1000 series in Miami. Germany's Alexander Zverev eased past Ćorić in straight sets. The world number 5 overpowered the Croatian to win 6-4, 6-4.
Saturday's forecast calls for moderate to heavy clouds and rain. Occasional downpours and thunder showers are expected. There will be heavier rain on the coast. The North Adriatic and the mountains will see heavy rain in the morning, while heavier showers will affect Dalmatia in the afternoon and evening. On the coast, expect a high to gale-force southeasterly wind. In the north, winds will shift to a west-southwesterly direction around midday and spread to the rest of the coast by nightfall. Morning lows will range from 6 to 11 in the interior and from 11 to 16 on the coast. The day's highs in the west will be between 9 and 15, while the east and Dalmatia can expect temperatures to reach between 16 and 21 degrees. The weather in continental Croatia on Easter will be variable with occasional rain and colder temperatures. From Monday until midweek, it will be mostly sunny with some passing moderate clouds. Temperatures will get warmer, but the mornings will be brisk. Easter on the coast will be slightly colder, but there will be less rain and more sunny spells. It will be less windy as well, with a moderate northwesterly shifting to a southeasterly in the north by evening. Southeasterly winds will spread to the rest of the coast in the new week, when it will be mostly sunny and warmer.
And that brings us to the end of the news. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow.